Welcome back to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We are back. We are back. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. As always, Dom, how you been doing?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, I'm doing okay. I took a nap today when I got home. It was half day.
Okay.
Every Tuesday out here is a half day. These kids don't be in school.
Every Tuesday is a half day?
Every Tuesday is a half a day. And unless we have a holiday weekend coming up, like an extended couple days off, they'll move to Friday. But since last week was the first week back, like I said, these kids don't be in school because they had 3 weeks off. And so they gave us our half day. They didn't move it. They didn't move the half day last week. But yeah, we back.
Yeah, we back.
Full effect. Same kid terrorizing all of us.
Same kid.
Same kid. I was like, I'm not about to be doing too much with you because you're not gonna wear me out. I'm over you.
Yeah, I just hope those kids, get some, not get some learning, but like and able to try to live like a regular, fruitful lives. That's
people don't think that, but see, this is what we be telling y'all. Y'all have to remember that y'all kids have to go out into the universe, like they have to go out into the world, and so especially a child that has special needs, you want to provide them with as many resources as you can. Get assistance if all of this stuff, because these kids have to go out into the world. You don't want to have a kid that just ends up potentially homeless, becomes the burden of somebody else because you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you was raising your kid. And some of y'all kids is assholes. Check that. Check it. It's funny as y'all think it is. It's really not, and it's sad.
They know their kids are asshole though.
They know that.
They know.
I'm like, y'all need to tap y'all little kids. Y'all try to gentle parenting means you're not beating your kid with a skillet, a switch, or an extension cord. You still are disciplining them. You are redirecting them. You are showing them that certain things that they do have consequences. Everything has it's science. It's basic science. A plus B equals C. It's always going to be something like that. That's math and science. We learned that. Come on, man. And a lot of y'all are assholes, and y'all need y'all hands tapped.
Yeah. No. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's all. But how you be, friend?
Good. I can't complain, man. I mean, it was a basic. I won't complain. Nothing serious. Nothing really going on.
You had a good weekend. A nice long MLK weekend.
MLK weekend was good, man. I almost like if it wasn't Friday, my the person over me and my team was like, yeah. Like I forgot Monday we was off. So like I would have been waking up and rolling over. I would have figured it out. But like she was like, yeah, because we're gonna be on Tuesday now. Because I was like, why we made no Monday? She was like, we got Monday off. I was like, oh, I forgot. I ain't even think about Monday being off. Like, like I feel like today is Monday still. I still feel like today's Monday.
Yeah. I did. I'll tell you this. I ran into some of my St. Louis people out going away party. We just all happened to be at Issa Rae's spot, Lost. And
she's got a restaurant.
So yes, this is her rooftop, and I'll tell you this: everything is overpriced there. $40 for an old fashioned. Girl, you can kick rocks. I don't know what you think that is, but Jesus is not in this liquor.
So this is a restaurant or a bar?
It's a bar. And so, but then they got this taco truck up there, but I had eaten dinner because I would have just got the taco. I didn't even get a drink. I was like, because I always forget, and I remember. I was like, not today, not today, Satan.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't, and I was tired, but then I was trying to hurry up and get ready to go. And I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, and I yell at my friend named Tristan.
Yeah, he's from here.
Yeah, and so he, for the guys, the people listening, Tristan is out from St. Louis, and I was like, Tristan. Now, Tristan and I be texting to hang out, all this stuff. We talking about a project or whatever that I want to start working on and have him direct. And Tristan would stop texting me. And I'm like, I'm still waiting on a response. And then I turn, I was like, you motherfucker.
You right here.
I turn, and then it's Dave Giles that produced Cozy for Beyonce. You know, that's from Chicago.
Yeah, shout out to Dave. I know Dave,
Yeah, Dave. And then it was another guy, I forget his name, but it's my homegirl. It's her husband, but I don't know him, but I know he went to like Wash U and all this stuff too, light-skinned cat. But I was like, oh y'all. So that was a nice surprise. But so that was the random thing that happened.
Yeah, no, I mean, shout out to Dave. And Dave, all them St. Louis be out there, or Midwest in general be out there doing
the and Aldi, y'all gonna have to keep supplying us with the frozen Emos pizzas, because we get a little bit of home out here.
So they sell them out there, or people have been shipping?
Nigga, let me tell you something. My homeboy put on his Instagram story, and he in Dallas, that he went to Aldi and they had Emos. And so I'm like, oh snap, let me check. So I was like, before I hopped up, I hopped up, put the clothes on, and I was
over to Aldi's.
No, I was like, let me check online first. So I checked online, and I was like, I don't know, this is a little too good to be true. Let me see what DoorDash talking about, because you know you could go grocery shopping via DoorDash. Mm-hmm. So I put it in the car on DoorDash. I went over there, got my Emos. I got the last 2 pieces.
So they selling out there then?
Nigga, they selling out here. I made a reel about it, and I put it on my TikTok. Emos commented on my TikTok.
Okay, look at Emos. Look at Emos.
Yeah, I'm like,
I actually know the girl that running social media too.
Oh, they was like, this is
Shout out to Danielle.
Well, Danielle, call Danielle. They need to send me some pizza. Hell.
Shout out to Denver. So, all right, Dom, you have not heard about the AFCON, right? The African Confederation, or CAF, for soccer, because you're not a soccer fan. I know that.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the football.
Yes, none about the football. So they're fine. So every continent has their championship. So you have a North American championship, South American, European, African, Asian. The African one was this year. Now, someone may be saying, isn't there also a World Cup this year? Yes, it is. Africa don't give a fuck. They don't know. They don't give a fuck. They're going to have their championship when they want to have their championship. Don't matter if it's a World Cup the same year. Every other confederation does not have their championships the same year as the World Cup, but Africa.
Okay. So do they do it every year? Or
every 4 years. Every 4 years. Every 4 years. So they're always at the same year as the World Cup. Go ahead. Raise your hand.
Okay. So are there just like smaller championship games?
No, these are big. This is like
no. Throughout like the other years?
No.
So like if I played this season and we got 2,
you're gonna play what I mean? You're gonna play in both. Like if you qualify for the World Cup and your country did, you playing in the African one and in the World Cup this year. So the point is they playing way more games, is what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. I got it.
You have your professional team too.
So what happens with the teams? Like they play regular, just not the years. Like they
play friendlies. They're called friendlies, where like it doesn't mean nothing. It's just playing. Like to kind of make sure your team is cohesive and play together. Those are called friendlies that you play in between.
That's a lot to put on your body to call friendlies.
So yeah, that's the thing. So why would you the World Cup is in 5 months? Why would you put your players at risk of getting hurt by hosting a tournament in the same year as the biggest tournament? But that's a whole nother thing.
Okay.
So the final 4 for this year was Morocco versus Nigeria, Egypt versus Senegal. Now, there's always a big thing of sub-Saharan African players versus Northern African players. If you see where I'm going here with this already.
I do.
Yes. So in the previous round, Morocco beat Nigeria, I believe, in penalty kicks, which is after if the game is tied, and then they have to see who can score the most goals. So they were so there's no, and we're gonna show a video here in a second that explains it. But Morocco started doing some real crazy, or they had their ball people do some crazy in the first round, but then in the second round, the Senegalese people tripped off of it, and it was a whole bunch more drama. I'm gonna tell you about because this is drama. This is like real drama. Like I know you were like, this ain't nothing but
Rockin' Ball Boys assaulted the backup goalkeeper for Senegal. Why is no one talking about this? Yes, you heard me right. Assaulted. This is a subplot of an already chaotic AFCON final between Senegal and Morocco. But here is the hero of today's story, Yvan Diouf. He plays professionally in France and he's the backup goalkeeper for Senegal. And as you can see, he's holding a towel. And the reason for this is throughout the tournament that Morocco is hosting, their staff have been stealing the towel of the opposing team's goalkeeper. You can see Ball Boys stealing it. You can see their staff like stewards stealing it. You can even see Hakimi, the captain of the Moroccan national team, tossing it over the wall. And every time they went to get a new towel, they would just steal it again. But that's where Yvan Diouf comes in. He wasn't going to let Edouard Mendy's towel get stolen, no matter what. But the Moroccans wouldn't let up. Players were trying to rip it out of his hand. The Ball Boys even assaulted him and surrounded him. They even chased him down the sideline while the match is going on to try to steal this towel. Look at how far they chase him down the sideline here. They'll stop at no ends. This is clown behavior from Morocco, the host nation. And after Senegal scored, quite frankly, I think that was karma. Share this video right now if you think football justice has been served.
All right, so I'm gonna give you. you thought it was gonna be this.
No, and that's the towel.
Yeah, so it was raining, so the players want to dry the ball, dry themselves, so they can get better grip. So they'll dry the ball, dry their hands with the towel. So if you don't have no towel, you could be slipping with the ball, all kind of stuff. So they were doing this in Nigeria in the round before this. So them brothers. So before this, so Senegal, it's drama. So Senegal scores a goal, then it gets called off. Like they said, it wasn't a real goal. So 3 minutes later, Morocco gets a penalty kick on a bogus call. Senegal says, "Fuck it, we going to the locker room. We ain't even gonna play this shit." So they go to the locker room. So this is all going on. So the game was supposed to end like an hour before. So what the captain, Sadio Mane, shout out to Sadio Mane, one of my favorite players, even though he played for Liverpool. But he's the captain. He was like, dude, let's just go out here. Let's do this. They playing us, whatever. Mendy, their keeper, blocks the goal, the penalty kick. 20 minutes later, Senegal scores the game winner. Senegal is the African champions of the African champions.
And rightfully so.
And so look, it's even more drama. So the Moroccan penalty kick that they took, it was like people think he threw it. He just kind of just tapped it, like he did it on purpose because he knew it was some bullshit. That's what people think.
Okay,
drama.
Do I need to start watching soccer?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. You already got a thing for Loftus-Cheeks, Ruben Loftus-Cheeks.
Man, that motherfucker is okay. Here's the thing.
He plays for Milan. You can watch him every week.
Listen now, and this is no shit. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I don't care about him. Sometimes, he's still black.
Oh no, he be over. He black. Like he be hanging out.
Yeah, I'm like, he's still black. Like he black.
Yeah.
Like them overseas black be like strong jawline, solid core, like not on pop the balloon and it just turn you on. Like it's nice. They got. I'm not saying.
Saweetie got her one.
Who?
Saweetie.
Oh yeah. I would have to date like the manager or somebody because I'm up there in age. I realize
I think he's in his 30s.
That means that if he's in his 30s, that means he's like in his late 20s, mid to late 20s.
No, he's 29. He's 29.
Yeah, that's a baby. I don't have and though. At his age, I was dating men that were in their 40s. I'm not necessarily interested in having a serious relationship with the man in his 20s.
No, but it's
something crazy happen.
But this thing is crazy though, right? Like
I'm like, oh,
so that's the thing, though. The African Cup be like some. I mean, but I must say this, and it's gonna sound messed up. Any of our soccer fans that come into this though, earmuffs. Hey man, the African Cup be on some nigga shit in general. I'm talking about, but regardless of what I'm talking about, it's just fuckery. It's always fuckery.
So with that, so that's clearly not, like part of the rules and regulations. Is that something that they would have to put into?
Well, yes, got to step in, which is the world governing body has to step in and be like. So Senegal's finna be penalized for leaving the field and going to the locker room. And then Morocco is going to be penalized for all these shenanigans and shit that's already been talked about. So now the player Hakimi that threw the towel over. Do you remember it was a case about a dude that had all his money in his mom's name when he got his divorce?
Oh yeah.
That was him. The player that threw the towel. That's him. That's the guy that the soccer player that did that. That when she tried to get half all the stuff with his mama's name. That was him.
Damn.
Hakimi's fucking good though too. I don't know what it was just like wow, like yo, y'all was really playing in our face. People are watching this. This is on. I watched the game. It's on national TV, like around the world. Like it's the AFCON final. I'm
out here.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Trying to figure out, okay, where do I start?
Start with the Premier League, the leagues.
Okay.
Start with the Premier League. Just look up this. There's actually a quiz you can take to tell you what team you should support.
Based on my personality?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Yeah, send me that.
Yeah. It tells you what soccer team in the world you should.
So is it gonna be? I'm like, watch my shit be like Manchester or something like that.
Better be. That's my club.
I'm like, watch it be Manchester, nigga. Speaking of Manchester, wait before we move on.
Yeah,
we talking about soccer drama.
Yeah,
nigga. David Beckham, beefing. And Posh Spice, they beefing with Brooklyn, the oldest son. So Brooklyn got married. Yes, nigga, like maybe a couple years ago. So they estranged. Like Brooklyn don't fuck with them. The little brother over the summer was like somebody, like some magazine picked it up, like saw that they were no longer following each other. And the little brother was like, that's because he blocked all of us. So Bex, they've been trying to reach out to Brooklyn for the longest, and mind you, he's married to some wealthy white girl. And they felt like he was being taken advantage of, manipulated, all this stuff. Nigga, Brooklyn Beckham posted yesterday on his
he got a 6-point thing.
Nigga. Who
damn, they try to make him sell his name back to them. God damn.
It's like a whole thing. So I'm trying to pull the quotes up. Okay. So hold on. Let me do this. You want to know what's crazy? Is now you could just search people on Instagram and like the whole, it'll come up. So he said, I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family. I am not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives in the press about our family, the performative social media posts, family events, and inauthentic relationships. He also said they also have been fixtures of the life I was born into. Recently, I've seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people, to preserve their own facade. But I believe in the truth, and it will always come out. And this nigga start going into shit that happened on his wedding day, what happened leading up to this wedding, all of this crazy shit. I'm like,
she's an actress. His wife's an actress.
I'm like, damn, the girls are fighting, and this is crazy considering how beloved Posh and David Beckham are. Like, you know, everybody, no one really has anything negative to really say. My only beef be Victoria. If you don't get your ass on the stage and perform with the Spice Girls, Ginger Spice is there, bitch. Get on the stage. That'd be my beef. That is all. But I was like, since we talking, soccer drama,
it's crazy. I'm looking at some of the little snippets here in the BBC reporting, and they got a full article on it if anybody wants to check it out. Wow, David Beckham.
I mean, it is, man, and it's crazy, about getting older. I remember when Posh Spice was pregnant with him.
Damn.
I remember. And they had the big show at Wembley Stadium. She was pregnant, and so was Scary Spice. They was pregnant at the same time. So yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, dang. It'd be crazy to say that a lot. I said that to Tracy Edmonds one time about one of her like kids. I was like, dang, I remember you had him. I'm getting old. She's like, girl. But yeah, it's messy. If for the people that like a little, white drama, there you go.
Hey, you said a little white drama. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at it. But I did not. This is stuff I did not know though. I can't even front.
Nigga, he was like, she like interrupted his first dance with his wife, and then was dancing inappropriately with him. She wore something inappropriate, like it was and the dress was just a slip dress that she wore to the wedding. I don't think it really, to me, it don't look inappropriate, but I could see how if you basic, I could see how you could feel like she tried to upstage you at your own wedding. So you should be basic. Like I'm looking at this dress and I was like, this don't look inappropriate, but I guess they thought it was a nightgown. I was like, it's a slip dress. But baby, it's messy. The tea is piping high, baby.
Yeah,
Come get it.
But yeah, that's the drama in soccer, and it be like that. Drama, soccer be having the best drama, man. It's like it's like the world turns, man. Like it's all kind of the deeper things that be going on. Like you got the whole drama with Tiana Trump dating this player from Villarreal. Tiana Trump, the porn star.
Yeah, the one
she slipped out the country and been on the low, and a dude over there.
Everybody has
Nicholas Pepe is the player's name.
I was like, everybody has a redemption story, and I'm always.
And she slipped away on y'all on the low, and they'll be talking to nothing
for people to reinvent themselves. I mean, Drea reinvented herself for the most part. Mm-hmm. We still looking at you crazy for having that baby by that 20-year-old boy, but you tried to do it, and then you kind of fell back into the fuckery. But I think people are deserving of, and not even like being it's just that we don't glamorize and glorify that shit here. That's just a normal job in other countries.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's real. All right, let's get into this, Dom. Nicki MAGA Minaj versus Don Lemon.
Well, can we change her name to Nicki?
MAGA Minaj? Just Minaj?
Or MAGA Minaj.
MAGA Minaj. This is
okay.
Her name is now MAGA Minaj. You've been christened MAGA Minaj now.
It's the fact that Stacey made that change.org.
Shout out to Stacey. She's the one who made it. Give her roses.
I just can't believe she made that. And it is picking up traction. They've talked about somebody creating that on other networks and all of this stuff. So it's really as funny as it is, it's just still crazy.
It's still crazy. All right, so let's start out here first. Don Lemon is trying to report on some things going on in Minneapolis with ICE raids. And then there's an organization there in Minneapolis that's fighting against the ICE people that basically find out where you work at, like your regular job or somewhere else, and they show up.
I love
one
it.
of the ICE people that are maybe like one of the cops or someone associated or working for them is a minister at a church.
Mm-hmm.
So Don Lemon finds out these people are going to, he doesn't know that they're going to a church. He's like, hey, yeah, we're going to confront somebody. All right, I'll roll with y'all and see what happens. And Don Lemon gets into it with them and gets to it with a guy, and he asked him, you know, he's the one, the guy, I didn't pull up that footage, but guy asks him, like, Don Lemon is like, how do you feel about this? He's like, yeah, you shouldn't be protesting at the house of the Lord or whatever. And then I think Don Lemon responded to him saying, you know, how would Jesus feel about what's happening now to these people? And the dude was like, no, that's not the same place. That's not the same thing. So they got that case closed. All right. So then they go, these people getting into it. Long story short, y'all, Nicki Minaj comes out and says, Don, cocksucking Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. And then she's doing this Chucky thing with this, like, I guess this feminine looking Chucky she's trying to do. Like, Is it, and I want to say feminine Chucky. Is it Metro Chucky? Is that what this Chucky?
I don't know.
This Chucky's hair is permed out, like nicely fluffed and permed out. It's not like the Chucky where it's like his hair crazy. His hair it looks like he went to go get it done. Anyway.
Yes, continue.
Yes. So then this comes out about Don Lemon right after this.
From the DOJ?
Yeah, from the DOJ, yes.
Jay announces intention to charge Don Lemon under the Ku Klux Klan Act. I want to remind everybody that Don Lemon is a Black man, and today is Martin Luther King Day. All right, so walk us through this. You went to Minnesota. You're an independent journalist, and you are reporting on all of these ICE protests, and you end up at a church.
I was asking people what's going on the ground, and they said, well, there's this thing happening that they've been sending out flyers for. Perhaps you want to cover this. So I said, sure. And they ended up at a church. I didn't even know they were going to a church. Now, all of a sudden, it blew up into this big thing where I am the one who is leading the protest, and somehow I'm the agitator here when I'm just the journalist.
And so this church is ICE friendly, is my understanding.
According to the group, they said that they found evidence that someone who is a pastor or registered as a pastor there is also an ICE agent or works in some capacity with ICE. And they think that if that is the case, why are you a pastor at a church if you were working as an ICE agent? That's what they went in to protest. And that's what I went in just to report on.
These are the people who feel like America is for Americans and American only. These are white nationalists. You, a gay Black journalist, are, prime bait for them to drum up these charges.
Oh, no.
All right.
Yes.
That was it for that.
Yeah.
All right. So then Nicki Minaj sends that tweet. She sent that tweet. Don Lemon gets wind of it now. And then Don Lemon has this response to Nicki Minaj herself.
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged, homophobic tweet about me. I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans, and you're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Nicki Minaj, get a life. Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll, because you are nothing but a pick me. And I choose not to pick you. And so should black people, and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music. Clock that.
All right, Tom, go ahead. Since we got everything laid out here now.
This is so wild. And so when we always say that, both of us as, degreed in the journalism, world of journalism or whatever, both of us have our degrees. I have broadcasting, you have journalism. Guys, those are two different things. So he's on the print side. I'm on this, this side. Now we on this side together, facing you guys. And the messed up thing about this is that we always talk about, and even in that class that we talked about, is how true, authentic journalism is at risk. We are at risk of extinction because of how fast things can travel and get to people. And unfortunately, us having these phones, something like this, and putting the camera up makes everybody else, y'all included, air quotes, journalists, because news travels fast, whether it be good, bad, whatever, it travels fast, and it allows people to formulate thoughts and opinions. The hope is that people will go back and do the due diligence and research to understand what's happening. Don Lemon is a journalist. He's trained, he's certified, he's, part of different organizations. Now he's out on his own creating. And Don Lemon, let me tell you this, baby boo. I can't believe. Listen, when we talk about Ferguson, we was on your ass about that, but now
it took you a while, Don, to get.
But you're here, and we here now, and so we support each other, and we have your back, right? So the crazy thing about people like Nicki Minaj, and we always talk about things that are detrimental to our society, and white people they're allowed the opportunity to choose who they pick as representatives, who they're going to uplift and uphold, and who they're not, right? That's just the name of the game. It's shitty, and that's what it is. But like he said, bitch, you can't vote. You're undocumented. You're saying you popping off at the mouth a lot, and you're gonna do something and somebody gonna come up on you. And he said reportedly, no, we're gonna call it what it is, because the paperwork shows that your husband is a sex offender, your brother is a sex offender. Keep y'all grown ass hands to yourself and to grown women. Keep them off of kids. That is disgusting and that is nasty. And then for you to be so male-centered and delusional with reality, you backing up the bullshit that your husband talking about and harassing his victim. Mm-hmm. Bitch, I would have been had your house, your car, your home, every fucking thing. And I can't believe that you sitting up here when you, again, I said this before, your entire fan base has been built on the backs of black gays, the whole community as a whole. So you got whatever money you have left, let's say that, mm-hmm. You got that literally off GP, like that is your audience. Straight, and let's call it spec. Yes, you have bars. I'm not gonna negate that. Monster, your feature on Monster is probably one of the best verses of all time. Let's not even fucking play and shit on you like that, because I'm not gonna do that. But I also live in reality, and the two can coexist. And you could also have one of the best verses in the of all time, and also be a fuck nigga. Are you stupid or is you dumb? Yes. I'm like, because you're not exempt. Our friend has, though they ain't gonna come and get Nicki Minaj person yet. Because if they came and got Nicki, that would change the game for a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of people, like a lot of our celebrities, would be shaking in their boots. So at this moment, yes, you're only doing this because you're untouchable. At the moment.
Or she's just riding with the team that can maybe get her out, and maybe get her documented. Maybe get her dude out of the jam he in for
Girl, I'm sorry, sir. Girl,
I'm just saying. But now Joy Reid did say this is Joy Reid, hilarious comment about all this with her, which I fully support from Joy Reid.
Think about Nicki Minaj.
Listen, speaking of undocumented people, this lady came here, and by the way, we share a birthday, so it's a little weird that we always we've had beef before. So I was a fan of her music. I think she's a musical talent. I mean, just like Kanye West, these are talented musicians. Nobody should never listen to anything she says other than just her music. This lady came here at 5 years old, undocumented. She understands what it's like to be undocumented. Grew up in this city. She's deportable because she definitely was undocumented originally. She is a Trinidadian. She didn't say anything about the killing of those Trinidadian fishermen. I'm quite sure the people in Trini noticed that she doesn't seem to care about her people. And the idea of sucking up to Trump, not long after you said you don't want a Melania because you don't want a weak woman, right? You don't want somebody that's just sucking up to the president. And after you criticized his deportation policies yourself, and now all of a sudden you're kissing his ass.
What do you think happened?
I think she has a brother and a husband
who've
got some serious legal issues around pedophilia, particularly her brother, who's serving 25 to life or something for the violation of a child or of children. And I think she's thinking, how I could get a pardon? I'll go be friends with the Turning Points USA people. I'll kiss Trump's ass and Vance's ass, and maybe I'll get pardons, and maybe I won't get deported. I mean, my cynical self says that she's trying to protect herself, her brother, and her husband from the administration by kissing their ass.
All right, Dom, what you think? I mean, we've been talking about this since she jumped out the window. This could be the case. Now it's becoming more mainstream talked about.
And like I said, and you up here talking all this jibber jabber when your brother and your husband can't keep their dick in their pants and save it for adult women and out here touching on fucking kids. That's disgusting. I'm just so disgusted. Are we in a game of The Sims? Is somebody fucking, because this shit is wild. Like, this has to be a simulation. And while I enjoy life, I need a cheat code. I need somebody to go put in Rosebud or the semicolon and the, whatever the other cheat code was that give you unlimited amount of funds. Because things, financially are tough. I'm just started working again for real after being laid off for 7 months. But I'm like, can y'all put the cheat code Rosebud, give me an extra $1 or $2 in my bank account if I'm in your round, because I've had it hard from 6 months when my mama died. But I say all that to say, absolutely. But also in that, like, the president is too busy worried about the Epstein files not fully being released, and then you go and grab up the president from Venezuela, which is also another like crime against you. You cannot just roll up in somebody's shit and kidnap niggas. And then the whole shit with the Nobel Peace Prize and talking about, did you read that? Like, his favorite word is good. Everything has no good or good. There's other forms of that word. That is what antonyms are for, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just really shocked that the fact that Denmark was like, we didn't give him the Nobel Peace Prize.
Don't matter. Somebody gave it to you, still not gonna be on the listing. You can have one.
I'm like, there's a whole process that's put in place. This is the crazy thing, and it goes back to people, and I get frustrated with the people that are like, well, where's Kamala? Where's Obama? You didn't elect Kamala. Obama's term's been over.
I don't know what they're supposed to do.
I don't know what they're supposed to do, because this is no longer my job. I can tweet a couple things and stand in solidarity with y'all. I can get out on the ground and volunteer and do whatever. But this is not my job. I don't work here no more.
Yeah,
so
MAGA Minaj.
What is it that y'all want from them? Because
if you go, it's funny if you get a chance, go listeners too, go look at the tweet and look who's replying now. It's all MAGA now helping like in there. I don't see the queens. I don't see.
This is. I started watching this show over the weekend called "Tell Me Lies,"
Okay, hold on. What is that? Let me see.
It's on Hulu. The third season just came out, and when I was watching it, and I hate that, my mind goes to places like this, but I look at it from the standpoint of, I said, this is what's happening, and this is what's wrong with the state of the country. So you have like a group of friends, we're gonna say air quotes, that they all kind of shady. It's kind of like Cruel Intentions. It's like kind of, but nobody is siblings or step siblings
or like a little bit like shout out to this show coming back, Euphoria, like a Euphoria where everybody's kind of dirty.
Yeah, Euphoria meets Gossip
Did you see the new trailer for that? Did you see the new trailer for that?
I haven't seen that.
You never watched Euphoria at all?
I did watch Euphoria. You remember I said I had to stop watching it because I got depressed?
Yeah.
Because I was like, nigga, like,
they just dropped a new trailer for the last season.
I'll check it out.
Interesting. I don't know what the hell is going on because it's like, because the main dude, one of the main dudes that
OD.
Yeah.
So the show reminds me of the state of this country because you have a white woman that continuously does things against her better interest. She knows this man is bad for her. But she kind of a shitty person, but being with him makes her kind of feel like empowered a little bit. And meanwhile, he playing her against this old chick, which is like this, this black chick, this light-skinned black girl. And she's kind of manipulating him too in a little way, but he worse than everybody. He's like, and then where you see it really come out is when it's like his home dynamic. Both of them come from like kind of, hers is semi fucked up, but his mama is like in that, like they're all the way fucked up. Like dad, they don't fuck with their daddy. The mama is kind of still obsessed with the daddy a little bit and his affairs and the new chick he got going on. But then he said something that was really interesting, like how sometimes, like when we get these white men in positions of power, you see how weak they really are because they're insecure. He was talking about, my life ain't like Wrigley and the black dude because they got a wealthy black friend.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the game never leaves G Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
Why when white people, when y'all be going to black people's houses and they got nice shit, y'all be fucking they shit up?
What do you mean?
Like they'll go and mess the house up.
Oh, okay.
So they don't respect the house. Like he was like, you got to take your shoes off. None of them niggas took their shoes off. One dude broke the table that was outside, like threw like this bowling ball down or weight or whatever, and it broke the table. Taking your clothes or trying to call the master bedroom when it's his house and his birthday, and you got naked and was rubbing your dick all across the sheets and shit. Just fucking weird. I'm like, that shit, the niggas don't do that shit because we beat your ass. He finally cussed them out though, ultimately. But it made me think of that because he gave this whole thing, like this whole spiel about how, he poor, he don't have this, he don't have that, or whatever. And it's just harder for him, blah, 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 blah. But you shady and fucking conniving. So I was like, oh, this is a great example of why the country is like this. And then I'm like, because y'all love to mind everybody business but y'all own. So Nicki Minaj, girl, fuck you. Like you're a terrible human being. You're a terrible human being.
Hey, you said a terrible human being.
She's terrible. Like, and I hate you because now I really don't. I can't play feeling myself. Like you in the realm of Kanye now. Like it was like, how did we get here? And it's like you despicable, and then you hear something. It's just like if I hear Kanye on something, everybody we all look at each other, and we all kind of just like shake our head. Pay attention when you go out next time. If somebody play Kanye, how do black people respond?
It's all. I think before people listen to any track from, it's got to be specific tracks I think people can tolerate now. Like it's got to be like the bangers. You can't get on an album track now, Kanye, and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna let this ride." Right now, I just think that he's kind of out on that. Even though he's gonna be back, though, I think he's gonna come back in a minute.
Man,
and people gonna accept him because he's gonna say I was on some fucked up shit, and he gonna blame the Kardashians, which was what I would do. I would just be like, the Kardashians had me fucked up, y'all. They had me going against my own people. PR campaign, Kanye. I already know what to do for you, but you gonna have to listen.
It's like
he gonna have to listen. That's the problem.
And that's what it is. I don't know. I still, like I said, for me, I'm like, you really need to really apologize to us about the slavery was a choice. It was that.
That was the beginning of the end. I can't front.
I don't know. He was already fucking up before that, and then when the Van Lathan check him. Thank God for the Van Lathans. You know what I mean?
Van Lathan, man. Shout out to Van.
But I'm like, you sat up there and said that shit with a straight face, my nigga. Are you well? Are you sick?
What's so crazy is, so if you look back at that, you know Candace Owens is with him, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, what you mean?
With Kanye when that happened.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When he said that's who he brought with him. Guess who the other person was that he brought with him?
Who?
Charlie Kirk. When that whole thing happened at TMZ with Van, Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens was with Kanye.
Like literally in the physical sense.
Yeah, they were literally they came in, he was with them, like we came in together as a crew. Go look at the old videotapes. No bullshit.
Charlie Kirk never saw that happen.
No.
Comment.
That's because I think they thought that they was like, I mean, it is smart. It's like a thing, like it's similar to how the Nation of Islam looked at Muhammad Ali. Like, man, if we can get him to convert to the Nation of Islam, it's gonna bring the Nation of Islam credit, which it did. You know what I'm saying? That was the same principle that I believe that Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk were looking at Kanye at the time as a situation like that, to co-opt his celebrity to try to bring more people into their conservative thought process. I know that's a lot going on.
I couldn't be a little child. Thank God for not being a lost soul.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. My bad. Yeah. So, all right, this let's stay a little bit political wise. The Black Panther Party is coming back. Not the new Black Panther Party. Allegedly, I guess I don't know. New Black Panther Party is a whole nother group than the actual Black Panther Party. But these brothers are out here doing some things, going at ICE. So here we go. This interesting, this brother, and we're gonna talk about him for a second.
ICE agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people. No power to the pig.
Now, this brother's name is Paul Birdsong. I want to give him his props. As a former baby Panther in my youth, I was feeling this. I ain't gonna front.
I know. I was like, I get it, but it's also we think about
And I know some people are like, Black Panthers only protect Black people. That is not necessarily true. If you look at throughout Black Panthers history, Black Panthers were working with the Weathermen. They were working with a whole bunch of other clandestine groups that were working for a better America, a better future for all Americans. So it wasn't just Black Panther. Just their goal was Black people, but it's power to the people, and the people being us. But also they also work with other groups though too. Just let them know.
You know,
and they helped start a lot of other ones. So like the Chicano version of the Black Panthers was helped start by Black Panthers. The Asian version of it was started by Black Panthers. You know, like I said, they worked with the Weathermen, which was kind of a terroristic group, but still, you know.
A lot of people, I think people are just tired at this point, and we knew that things would kind of get to this extreme. It would, and at some point, if we're completely honest, because think about how far we're really not removed from, civil rights movement. When you have, it was some interview that just came out where Buddy Guy who was saying how his grandfather or great grandfather or something was like a sharecropper. That was not long ago. Mm-hmm. And that's the blues player, guys.
He was also in Sinners.
Yes, also in Sinners. And then when you take a step back and we really look at the history of things, as people tell us to consistently forget and to get over it, it's not that long ago. Emmett Till would have been like in his late 70s, if I'm not mistaken, if he was still alive, or maybe his 80s.
Yeah, he would be. Hold on, let's see him too.
Because I think Martin Luther King would have been in his 90s.
84.
Yeah, that's what I was like in his 80s.
Yeah, he'd been 84.
So when you think about that, and or like the whole thing, even what like Malcolm X was about, and people always talk about and this is shout out to the Free Roots. He was talking about how militant, like, and aggressive Malcolm X was, but people also forget that Martin ended up getting on that same page because people were not it was kind of ended up being kind of like a by any means necessary, because the peaceful route wasn't really solving anything. But then we also go back to like the principles and stuff that Malcolm X, stood on, as well as, as far as community and how fellowshipping with each other also was an important stepping stone into, like you said, building a better community, brighter future, all these different things. And we knew that this was going to happen. And what Vince Staples say, the revolution will be televised, but the niggas going to be fly. How Pop showed up, in Minnesota, that veteran decked out in his finest chinchilla or mink. But y'all asked for it. We told y'all. They told y'all what they was gonna do, and then and why I said that show reminds me of what's happening now is that a lot of people will go against their better interests to just have a little bit of control and power and how to manipulate people, and it always be poor. Be like that white boy on that show. Like, I'm not gonna say he but. I mean, they got some. They don't live in the biggest house. The mama a mess, but for her to cut him off and say, "Hey, you gonna have to figure out how you gonna pay for housing. I'm not paying for housing next year because now I gotta put your sister in boarding school because she want to go to this boarding school. I didn't plan on paying for that. Maybe you could ask your daddy." So that he still has some sort of money, but now you scrounging around. You was like, oh, I wasn't planning on working. I was planning on getting an internship to get a better, to get a good job. So, but it's like X, Y, and Z, and like we talk about the consequences of your actions. And here we are. We wouldn't be in this predicament with ICE running around, the streets freely, kidnapping people, if Kamala was in office. And I'm not saying that, oh my God, Kamala was the answer, but you got to choose the lesser of two evils. She was the better choice. She was the more qualified choice. We done been through this shit again. How many niggas died during when we was on lockdown?
Lots of people died.
How many deaths could have really been prevented? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Groceries are at an all-time high. Am I paying my rent or am I gonna eat? People are losing their jobs, myself included, left and right. People still losing their jobs.
Oh, that's still happening. That's still happening, Chief.
Yeah, it's still happening. But they told y'all this was gonna happen. Now, they always start with the black and brown people, and then that shit start trickling down to y'all, and then you're gonna be hooting and hollering on the news, crying, just like y'all are about your health bill, your health care. Oh, child, I see why people leaving this country.
Yeah, and as we wrap up on ICE here, did you see this? Everybody, there's a journalist that actually tried to go get hired for ICE, and they got hired in 6 minutes. So she's chronicling this real quick for everybody. This is how fucked up this whole ICE thing is, and how it's not even a real fucking organization. Dean Cain is fucking the ICE member. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like the fuck when you fucking have training, Dean Cain.
When you a loser.
Yeah, but here we go. Check this out.
On the spot hiring to where you could in fact walk out with your $50,000 bonus that day, possibly. I went in, I handed in my resume, which was, I did a skills-based resume. I'm a veteran. I served 2 tours in Afghanistan. So on the surface, the resume looked pretty good. Had a very brief interview, took all of 6 minutes. They didn't ask very many questions. And then I left, assuming I would never hear back, because I'm a very Googleable person. I have an unusual name. I'm the only Laura Jadid on the internet. And I make no secret of how I feel about ICE and Trump and all of it. So I was not expecting several days later to receive a tentative offer. I missed it in my inbox and it sunk to the bottom, which means that I never filled out the paperwork they requested. I never accepted the tentative offer. I never filled out my background check paperwork. I never signed the affidavit saying I committed no domestic violence crimes, none of it. A few weeks later, I got a message from LabCorp saying that ICE wanted me to do a drug test, and I went ahead and did that. I was pretty sure I wouldn't pass. I'd partaken in legal cannabis 6 days before the test, but why not waste some of their money, right? And then 9 days after that, I decided I wanted to, I was curious, had they processed the drug test yet? So I logged onto the ICE hiring portal, and what I found was that not only did the drug test not seem to be relevant, I was listed as having joined ICE as of 3 days earlier. I had listed that I had accepted the offer. They had offered me a final position as a deportation officer. My background check was listed as completed 3 days in the future from when I was looking at it. So it seems like the answer to the question, who are they hiring, is they don't know. I mean, it's very funny that they hired a lefty journalist with a profile on Antifa Watch. That's hilarious. But what's not funny is they didn't make me sign a domestic violence waiver. So how many people with domestic violence convictions are running around with guns in our cities terrorizing people? How many people who have been committed of sex crimes or crimes against children are in charge of detention centers where there's no oversight, where people won't be missed and won't be believed? The agent was very keen on letting me know that I wouldn't be given a badge and a gun right away. I wouldn't be out in the street messing people up. I would probably have to push paperwork for about 6 months before I got there. And when I expressed that was fine with me, with my analyst background, he actually, the atmosphere changed. He was like, no, listen, we want everyone on the street with guns eventually.
But when we've been talking about the police state, they talked about that in that whole document that they came out with for, what was it, Prop 20, not Prop 25.
Project
what is it?
2025.
Yeah, Project 2025. They talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like wanting authoritarian state and all of that. And this is crazy.
It's crazy. Like, think about
it. Millennials, we are tired. We have been through too much.
Now, I wonder if I could just get the $50 bonus and don't show up.
That's what I'm saying, because I would do that shit.
Hell yeah, because that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, like, and then I would take it out of my bank account and then close that account.
Yep.
I'm just
know what they doing.
Look, should we do it and then report back to the people?
No, because then they're gonna be looking for us because we didn't put it out there. I'm mad. I already said a little bit too much already, just in case I need to do it.
Look, but see, here's the thing: is like when we talk about, we could say I want to say it so bad, but I can't. It's okay. I'll say it offline. Because like niggas need to go do that shit and then go infiltrate.
I'm sure that's happening right now.
It gotta be, because there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
This is wild. So yeah, next up, Ryan Davis, friend to the show, was on Club Shay Shay, and his interview has went a lot of different directions. A lot of people were upset with him. Particularly, we're going to talk about this part where he said he feels like his daughter is a gold digger. Now, we're going to let him speak for himself.
Harder went from I love my dad to let me see what I can get out of him. And when she started looking at me as access to like material things,
you were an ATM. Now all of a sudden you weren't dad, you were an ATM.
Broke me. Because it was like I only want to be around him if I can get something out of him.
So let me ask you this: Did you sit down and have a conversation? How did you come to this realization that it was, yes, this is my child, but my child only wants to be around me because of what the access that she has to things, perfume, jewelry, clothes, makeup, whatever the case may be?
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because it's like, it's heartbreaking because it's like, my daughter saved my life. I'm not a very motivated person. And when we went and got that ultrasound and they said it's a girl, I knew I couldn't be a mediocre man anymore. Because it would affect how she viewed men in general.
And then she'd have been okay with that.
And she would be okay with a mediocre man. And I worked harder than I ever worked in my life because of her. Like, she's my reason. And then for my reason, and she was a daddy's girl, big time. Oh, big time.
That's my oldest.
Yeah, she my oldest. Yeah. And to watch that daddy's girl go from, I just want to be around him, I just want to touch him, I just want to sleep on him, be cuddled up to him, to, hey, if he ain't buying me nothing, I really ain't trying to go. Like, I lost her. And it takes a long time to get them back. And so for me, that was the one thing about this whole custody agreement that was like so important for me. It was like, while we're going through what it is, and then me and their mother was talking, and she was like, dang, it's like you're trying to get so much time. I'm like, yeah. Cause that's all that matters now.
Cause once it's gone.
It's gone. It's like, you had so much of the first half. Just let me get more on the back end. My son, thank God I got it right before it happened with him. Like, I'm Superman in his eyes.
Right.
Like, he was like, that's dad. Like, when he look at me, I just be like, I'm not the person you see. but it's
like, I got him food.
Yeah, but he just, and she used to see me like that. And then my daughter, like, I get glimpses. So I still get glimpses. There'll be times like she'll get her hair done or get new earrings or whatever. And she cares. Where I was like, these are cute. She's like, yeah, she's like, she wants me, but there's the fear of giving her all to me and it being taken
and
away.
Gone again.
And I'm gone again. And
all right, Dom, what are your thoughts?
The
discourse has been, people have been saying it's fucked up him to say that his daughter is a gold digger. It's only want him for transactional purposes.
Yes, I think the verbiage here is incorrect. When he goes to explain it, I'm like, oh, I get what you're saying, but I think it's the choice in words that makes this off-putting. Because he could have said, oh, my child is a spoiled brat. I was a spoiled brat. When we would go to my dad, we just spoke about this. I'm like, man, we talk about, oh, can I just go to Toys R Us and look?
Mm-hmm.
The hope is that your daddy say yes, but your daddy also can tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's up to him to, implement those boundaries. And then she's 10 years old. So I'm thinking of myself again, 10 years old. Daddy, can we go? He could have told me no. And we went. And like I said, every time my daddy didn't buy anything, but I'm like, but that's what kids do. Kids are going to always push you to see what you will and will not do. I don't know any of my girlfriends that were not spoiled, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and the choice and the verbiage that he used was incorrect.
Yes.
But again, it goes back to, this is a teachable moment for you and your daughter, where you are implementing a boundary, but you're also educating her, saying, I work to not only support y'all, but I have to support myself. So every time you see me and you want to go spend however much money on this and this and that, and the kids are different nowadays. Like girls her age wearing makeup, 20-inch weaves to school, it's a different time. And I get that. And it's the social media effect, right? Where people, where we're allowing this tool to influence our children and we don't have control over it. I think people are also kind of frustrated with the terminology because he does reveal that his ex-wife did not want children.
Mm-hmm. That was another, yeah.
And she had children because of him. And then once he got, famous, he left her with these kids. So he should request more time because she had those kids for you. And women, we got to stop doing that.
Yes.
We got to stop doing that. But I say all that to say, I think could have been a way that he took this moment and made it a teachable moment. Yes, I can empathize with you. Your feelings are hurt, but she is also 10 years old. And to his point, it's only going to be so much that she wants to hang out with me. And yes, you do tour. You make good money. So you are in and out of town. Is it one of those things where to spend more time with her? Hey, how about we homeschool her this semester? I want to be able to take her on the road. Let's get her a tutor or whatever that looks like, how she's doing her work, but also seeing me grind to make this, like, it was a missed opportunity for sure. I appreciate him being vulnerable, but sometimes people don't really think before they speak. And so the terminology here was definitely messed up. Like I said, I've done it, you've done it, we've all have done it to see what we can get out of our parents. And when it comes to a lot of shit, I was always, let me see how far I can push them over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, you just a risk taker. And I could see, the hurt in that, air quote, hurt because you, this girl became your why. For like a lot of us Aquarius is, I'll be passive and I'll be like, okay, I need to get motivated. I gotta push myself forward. And for him, he used that to catapult him into doing something that he found out that he loves to do. But it also in that you gotta go pay the lady and lay on the couch. And Ryan and I and this isn't anything that I've never told Ryan. I told him, I said, okay, you're telling me, oh, I could take shrooms and go on this trip and be enlightened. No, but there's still a level of work that you have to do. So for you to sit on, Shannon Sharp's couch and say that when you need to be paying the lady and laying on her couch, because you clearly there's something there, where someone can give you the tools to help you have a more impactful conversation with your daughter to get her to understand. And at this age at 10 years old for sure, and you talking about she don't want to hang out with me if she can't get nothing, then pick her ass up and say, oh, we going shopping today. I opened you a bank account. You're about to learn and understand finances. You know how I wish my parents, did something like that. My dad gave me a credit card and didn't, like, oh, it's like $100 on there and it has to last you. But nobody said, I'm thinking like, oh, man, yeah.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Nigga saying this shit, he'll give me some more money. And that card would decline.
Breaking news, supposedly this is supposed to be a response from his daughter's and son's mother. Our daughter. I don't know if he has the same baby mom.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay. This is a comment she left on it. As the mother, my daughter wasn't protected in this situation at all. Explained to an 11-year-old who stumbled across her face on social media as to why her face is all over strangers' pages and why her father said what he said when in fact she doesn't even ask for things from him has been the final straw. This narrative that we were together, then broke up, and the relationship changed between the two of them is all false. She was 3 when he moved away, and we never lived together. This entire thing has been very hurtful and traumatic for my daughter. I never see anything, but when it comes to my kids, will always be vocal. So I don't know if this is true or not, or what. If this is the right person or not.
It seems like everybody needs some therapy and some clarity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still stand by what I said. Pay the lady and lay on the couch, because there are certain things like I could commend him for having the conversation surrounding his mother being a very young teen mother. His father also had an inappropriate relationship with his mother. He was too old. So when he said, I don't blame my mom, I blame my dad. You don't really get a lot of men that'll say that, though, because they be so pro daddy or whatever, and like, my dad's so great. No, his daddy did something that was fucked up. And then his mother also needs extensive therapy to heal from that. And so when he starts to break that down, I felt like he did a pretty good job at articulating and was very kind of conscientious of his word choice there. Whereas, okay, let's say this is half truth, the story that he told about his daughter. I am aware, I know they live somewhere else or whatever. I am aware that, but if he feels like that, there's a reason she feels like that.
Yeah, and then you got as a dad,
your fucking kid.
Yeah, as a dad, man, I get what he's trying to say, but that's a failure of you as a father to a certain extent, not her being on some bullshit. Yeah, and that's the way he should have said. He's like, man, it was a failure of me as a father. I'm only financial to her, and I'm working on to make that a better situation going forward. Yep. If he'd have said that, I think people would be like, man, I was real transparent and real. Yeah. No, I think that it comes off to some people.
To call a 10-year-old a gold digger that's crazy.
Wild. That's wild. There's certain terms that you shouldn't be able to use for somebody under the age of 18. I'm just saying.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. And like I said, the word choice, it was very poor word choice. And you know that people are not going to go and watch the full clip. And sidebar, Shannon Sharp, this is your lane. Like asking follow-up questions, like, you need to think about that when you interviewing people and all that cackling. Like, you don't have to do all of that.
Yeah,
slapping the knee. But and like you said, like there are ways where you can show up. And since you wasn't showing up, you started it. You showed up with your wallet. And so that's the expectation that you set when you could have also said no.
But you know what? And I don't even know if this is because I don't know him, but that's also how some niggas show up with their ladies too. With their romantic,
a lot of absolutely
with their wallet. They're not trying to selfish, like you showing up with your wallet. So I don't know if I don't know if he does or not. I'm just saying that some men do that as a failure within a relationship too, showing up with their wallet first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being there with the lady, and then you make sure your lady's straight. But you showing up with your wallet off the jump is like whoa.
Yeah.
And then you mad when she getting you for your paper.
Yeah.
You showed up with your wallet first, my G.
You did. And so I think it's one of those things where people have to be mindful of that. You really have to be mindful of that and how you are. And when we talk about leading by example and training, teach a child in the way, the child should go. And, and reiterating what I said earlier, a lot of y'all are doing a disservice to your child.
That's true.
Because think about what they're learning at home, because it's not just at school. We're just educators. And so we can only do so much, but and like I said, out here, they're not at school how they are back home. Like back in St. Louis, we'd be at school almost, 7 hours a day, 7-8 hours. It's not like that out here. So them niggas was with y'all the most, at least in California. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I remember having this conversation with this older woman that I used to manage when I worked at my last job, and she was having problems. She was, had this kid at 40 by a crackhead, and the kid was talented. Whatever it was, he was in one of them schools where they would go in. And it seems like they kind of, I guess they still do this, where the kids, if you were broken up into groups and you would go to school so many days a week, and then you would have them off where you're supposed to work like at home or something like that or whatever, because there's so many kids out here. So to accommodate, they got this weird schedule. This nigga was failing. He was flunking. And I was like, yo, at minimum, you have to get him to finish high school. I said, and I hear that GED test ain't that easy. Make his ass get up and go.
I don't know if you saw that thing with Method Man where he talked about taking his GED and his wife failed it.
Yeah, like that. I
the first time I heard she failed it the first time, but he failed. He passed it. And this was recently. This is in the last 10 years. Him and his wife decided to get their GEDs.
And so everybody can't be a Method Man. And so but I know he was very musically inclined. I said, okay, so then you have to nurture that for him. He already is very kind of disrespectful for you because you won't leave his daddy. He say whatever to y'all. He's disrespectful. But I'm like, there are things that you allow that because you take it from the daddy. So you gonna take it from him. I'm like, he gonna go out in the world. He gonna be an asshole. He gonna be an asshole to women because of you. And people don't think about that. It really, when we talk about this kid, it really does take a village. And so, especially in my case, working with children that have special needs, you're like, okay, what is the home life like? What's happening? And then trying to get feedback. Okay, so if this is working, we need to continue to do this at school so it'll become, a part of them. And people forget that. And so now, think of her. And on the flip side, like they shouldn't, that clip, they had no business putting a picture of that little girl up there. Just period. She 10 years old. I don't care that if you authorized it or not. Like it's inappropriate. It's not okay. Because think if that clip came across her friend's timeline and they didn't know who her daddy was. She could have just said, my daddy is a comic. He never said her name or anything. And now it's like, hey, why your daddy saying that you a gold digger?
Oh yeah.
Can you get this out your daddy? Can we all get this? Look.
If you don't want to give it to me.
Right. What you got?
All right, finally, we're gonna end on a funny note. Hey man, is this Al B sure Luenell thing real? Hold on, y'all.
I don't know if these niggas trolling us or what.
Hold on, here we go. This is allegedly Luenell.
I'm about to come back to Vegas, but not quite yet. It's a nice day, huh, babe?
Peace and blessings. What's good? My boo-boo kitty in the building. You know what? We didn't get a chance to wish everyone a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
Blessings. It's going to be a beautiful 2026.
Yeah.
And we got something coming for you, too. You already know what it is.
So, first of all, just to, not that we need to really clear anything up, but, that I think that people feel I'm unworthy of your love, darling, because they love you so much, honey.
I'm unworthy.
I'm gonna wipe this lipstick off.
I'm put my tongue all on your face. No, listen, let me tell you something. I have such respect and admiration for this woman.
I don't know, putting the tongue on your face, that might be real.
Yeah, this is. I think this is real. We are in Donald Trump's 2026. Fuck it. This is real. We have to believe it now. We got to believe everything. Everything is believable now, Don. Everything is on the table. You can tell me you dating Charlie Kirk. I'll be like, fuck it. You maybe.
Honestly, truly, I love Luenell. Luenell is so funny.
Luenell's good. Look.
Yeah, I was like, I know she nasty in the bedroom.
Oh, you know she is.
You know she nasty.
And but they go on to further say that like she was one of the only people that checked on him and constantly came to see him like he was in a coma.
Yeah, and when you in sickness, you really see who show up for you and who are really your true friends. And I kind of like it a lot because what people are thinking, they're like, oh, the people that are gonna hate and say things, they're gonna strictly go based off of like appearances.
If I'm TV One, I'm trying to get a reality show with them now.
Hello,
now. I'm like now.
Luenell be popping up on one of my favorite shows, Hacks. She be popping up on Hacks sometimes, and I'm
telling me you wouldn't watch a reality show with them.
I would totally watch a reality show. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a good call. We gotta stop. We gotta stop putting our good ideas out here and then calling them and it's like, oh, we have an idea for a show, and then we're gonna reach out to these networks to pitch it. That'd be that would easily be on BET Plus.
Oh my god, and people would be on it.
Yeah, people would.
People would love it. They'd be like, oh, snap, yeah, I want to see what's going on with them, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
And it would be nice to see him outside of the realm of all the Diddy stuff, just to see his day-to-day, how he copes and how she shows up for him and helping him kind of like move forward and like I'm not saying close this chapter, because you do have this kid that is tied to him, but maybe her, and I hate to say it like that because I don't want to limit Black women to, oh, we are fixers, because that's not our job, like, to fix people, but like to see how he maybe repair his relationship with his kids, just in general, because sometimes like women, we gotta push y'all off the ledge. Y'all could be feeling differently, but you need to push, and sometimes we gotta push y'all off the ledge. But that's also in support of your partner. Like, I can't be dating you and you looking out for me, and then you don't have a healthy relationship with your kids. So I know he has Lil Al, that used to promote out here. I think he has a daughter, and then we know he has Quincy.
Quincy's the oldest, I'm assuming, right? Or is he? Oh no, one older than Quincy, right?
Lil Al, yeah.
Lil Al is older than Quincy. Okay.
Yeah, and so yeah, I just think that it is it would be interesting to see, for sure, to see like they day in, day out. If and honestly, I don't need to be working on a project. Can you still sing? Or you not on one of them? How you not on one of them reunion tours, like those revival tours?
He's been on.
Like, I feel like
before he got sick, he was on them.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't remember, but
yeah, he was on them before. But the TB, I guess the streets was saying that he was in a long-term relationship with Karen White for a while before this.
Oh wow.
Ex-wife of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, also singer herself.
Oh, no.
Not ex-wife of Jimmy Jam. She's the ex-wife of Terry Lewis.
Not kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything.
And you know what's so crazy?
Boy, I am only human.
I hate this song. Karen White's got so many better songs than me.
This girl needs more than
that song set us back. That song set
I love that song.
All these women that ain't no goddamn super women was singing this shit. I remember this as a kid. Yeah, it's girls in the 3rd and 4th grade talking about I'm not a superwoman. Girl, you ain't even finished your homework.
Listen, shout out to you, Babyface. Because Babyface performed it. He goes through and perform his hits, his top hits.
Yeah.
And that's one of them.
I like Love Saw It more. That's my favorite Karen White Babyface collaboration.
Look, it's just, you know what? That hits home for me because I remember when it would come on the radio, whether, my mom is actually making us breakfast or we drive it in her Nissan Cherry Red 240. And me being in the back seat and Janelle in the front, and we all were singing that song. Just, it was a bonding moment. That was like when I met Patti LaBelle, and Patti was like, why are you so nervous to meet me? I was like, Patti, you don't know the impact that your music had on my childhood, and it's still the Nissan 240. And I was like, girl, we was in my mama Nissan 240 singing your songs and LaBelle songs. So I'm like, it just the memories. Man,
the memories is that's real right there, man. Like,
man,
who would ever knew that? But so that's something fun for us to end with. Ludacris.
Look, I really hope this is real. Y'all not trolling us.
Yeah, I want it to be real. I need this to be real, to be honest.
Listen, we need to believe in love again. Okay. It's too much hate going on in the world. I love love, and we need to believe in love again. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well, Don, where can people hit you up at?
You can hit me up at St. Angela's, wherever you social network. I'm gonna have to really start using my website for real, and I wanna do like a Valentine's Day candle drive because I paused.
Yep.
Selling
You gotta
candles.
get it back. We gotta get it back.
I gotta get it back. I gotta get my extra stream of income, and also that renewal fee just unexpectedly came out of my account, so I'm gonna need y'all to buy some candles. Yeah, for 2 years that my domain and all of that came out. I was like, y'all couldn't send a nigga a reminder,
like saying like, hey, it's getting ready to hit your account.
Yeah, so I could be like, hey, I just need the .com. I don't need the protection. I'm willing to risk it. I was willing to risk it because shit is getting sick. So if y'all want to contribute to my Cash App, it's $Tender Lovings. And that's Loving with an S because my last name is Lovings. Y'all see it right there on the screen. I was like, nigga.
You're like, God damn it.
Look, Daryl, my car running because of Daryl. Okay, Daryl, for Christmas, help me get. He said, here, nigga, go get your battery. I said, friend, I love you forever. And one day I'm going to pay you back in tenfold because, like, the Lord is going to bless me.
Dude,
he loves shit. I'm like, but this is also when you have community and you have great friends and you treat people right. People look out for you. Like, people will show up for you. And I ain't going to cry. But that's all I'm going to say. Treat people right. It takes nothing to be a decent human being. Like, seriously, when they say the amount of muscles that it takes to frown versus smiling, it literally, let people love you. Y'all release that hate in your heart. You got to
release that hate in your heart.
Release that hate in your heart. And what about you, Daryl? Where could they find you?
I mean, I'm everywhere. SOLC Network. You can hit me up there. Just, it may be.
Let me tell y'all, Daryl does a lot. And
I feel like I'd be doing more, to be honest.
Listen, we're Aquarius because we always feel like we could be doing more. Because I'm like, look, I'm already trying to figure out how, like on this new podcast, my co-host said something to me. I said, and you could do that because I've done XYZ. You can do that. And y'all, I want y'all to know I have been asking, can I help you with something? They'll got to figure it out. I said, but I want to do more this year. Well, what you gonna do? Like, I don't know, but I want to help you more, because it's one thing to manage my thing, but then when you have somebody that, you know, has never been in the podcasting realm, that doesn't know the ins and outs and stuff. Like, I had to tell my homeboy yesterday, I was like, hey, so your posts with the chains and whips and gags, I can't put that on my timeline. No. I was like, you can do a collaboration post with the podcast page. That will not be on my timeline. I'm like,
you can't do that. You can't do it.
I was like, I have to be very conscientious of that because I still have a brand to uphold. You could put that over there, not over here. I'm going to promote. I'm going to put clips up, everything, but that I won't be doing.
Oh man, we will see y'all soon. We love y'all. Peace.